I was bored in junior high, so I asked for a guitar and joined art classes and soccer and got mediocre at all three. I got bored in high school, so I joined 2 bands, 2 choirs, auditioned for the musical, and started the school newspaper. In university, when I got bored, I followed a friend to an Oxfam Canada meeting. In that meeting and throughout the 6 years that have followed it, I discovered that there were things other than boredom that drove people to make decisions on how to spend their time. People were driven by learning about the world and about changing things for the better. They were passionate, outraged, and inspired. They were working towards something other than filling their time. They were contributing. They had direction. It was crazy. And at that time, I was pissed. I was pissed that I had wasted so much time and energy just filling my time with things that I enjoyed and things that were still important to me, but things that were nothing like what I found in that first year of volunteering at the university. I was disappointed that I had wasted time because I didn't know that there was a world to contribute to. I just didn't know. And today, in front of you all, I'm still pissed because I see now that my experience is not unique. In fact, I see now that we've created a world where there are certain things that we've decided are okay for people to actually, honestly, just not know. The fact that I went from the beginning of kindergarten to the end of an undergrad, doing everything I was supposed to do, and still had to learn that women's inequality didn't end in August 1920, or that building a school doesn't fix a broken education system. The fact that I had to learn what MP stands for, both literally and figuratively, outside the classroom, is not okay. We need to give youth a shot at this knowledge. We're taking citizenship today, and we're talking about it, and we're exploring it, and questioning it. And for me, that means taking an informed, active stake in your communities, both at the local and global levels. By deciding that not knowing these things is okay, we are shutting youth off from playing this role. We're wasting time by allowing them to waste theirs. And we're consistently underestimating their intelligence, capacity, and potential. We need to stop assuming that a young person understanding issues like gender-based violence is impossible or inappropriate. We need to stop patting them on the back for raising money for an organization whose development strategy is never actually or objectively explained to them. We need to stop thinking that they have no role in the political system until their 18th birthday, and we need to recognize the need for this level of knowledge to be available to everyone that passes through our education systems. Why? It's not because I wish I spent high school getting more informed and more active instead of playing the xylophone and editing grade 10 journalism, though there is some truth to that statement. But really, it's because it's really friggin' strategic. And more than that, it's necessary. It's the age-old feel-good. Youth are the future, obviously. We say this a lot. In fact, it was said to me earlier this week on the plane here by a man who had had a little too much to drink pre-boarding, and it was nice of him, but safe to say, fell a bit short of inspirational. Because the problem with things that people say a lot is that we very quickly forget that they have a real meaning. And in this case, I think we've forgotten that this is actually really true. The people that enter a high school classroom tomorrow morning, the people who are at the prime of developing their identities, their values, and their beliefs right now, are the people who will run everything in 10 years. They're the next politicians, voters, donors, oil company executives. One of them will be the next prime minister. They're the next parents and teachers that will create the next set of everybody. They're the next everybody. But are we preparing them to do that well? Are we preparing them to be the best active, informed citizens for their local and global communities? Are we raising them to be better? So far, we've been raising youth who are ignorant of the global consequences of their actions and who are ignorant of both local and international issues. For Christ's sake, we're raising youth who think that Africa is a country. If we don't see the importance of investing in the knowledge and values of youth now, things aren't changing anytime soon. If we don't change the way people are taught, what they know, how they think, and how they care, how will the world ever look any different? Right now, we are making bad decisions. And the sum of those decisions is a world where men in suits have the final say on a woman's body, where it's more lucrative to put a hungry child in your commercial than to try and explain the complex systems making a billion people hungry. Where Canada, a country I was once proud to be born into, has a democracy that gets more and more questionable every day. Where natural disasters hit every part of the world, affecting tens of thousands more than once a month, but nobody's talking about it. Where we teach our little girls, don't get raped, rather than teaching everyone, don't rape. We've created a world I could talk about for days. But here, that would indicate that I've lost hope, that things can't change. And I haven't. I believe we can prepare the next round of people to do better than we have or will. And we don't need to wait. Because youth are naturally curious, and they naturally learn. As my role model, 15-year-old Adora Svitek says in her TED Talk, they don't see the reasons things aren't possible. They dream better, innovate better than we can or will. It's an opportunity we should have capitalized on long ago because it's not cute when youth get involved. It's not sweet that they feel passionate about food security or understand inequality. It shouldn't be amazing when a young person takes action to create a better world. It's not even about giving them more meaningful ways to spend their time. It's strategic and it's necessary. So why haven't we invested in youth in this way yet? Why don't we see them as active, informed citizens? You know what's tough? Deciding what to talk about when you're going to speak at a TEDx event. When I had to do this, I got rather stuck. Really stuck, actually. I got really stuck on citizenship. And when I stepped back to figure out why I was stuck, I realized I pictured a citizen like this. An older, for some reason male figure who is accountable, interested, and informed. He's a major player in his community, and people look to him for leadership. They trust his well-informed opinions, and he's a critical thinker. He's well respected by everyone. He's smart, articulate, he shakes hands with the mayor, he does a lot of things. This was citizenship to me, and I didn't even really realize it. And if you're like me on this, then you're putting all of the responsibilities of citizenship on a very small group of people, which is just dumb, really, but our assumptions are often dumb. Regardless, if this is the way we subconsciously picture citizenship, we're not going to talk to 15-year-olds about MPs or global issues because why would they need to know? It's not their problem to be worrying about. We don't need to teach them these things. In fact, in many ways, we actively keep them from this information because our current plans satisfy our definition of what's necessary to create citizens for our world. So, this is my challenge to you today. Today, think about who you're shutting out and what possibilities are being shut out with that. Today, explore your own assumptions of citizenship, and with the help of the brilliant people to follow me, reimagine who that person can be. Imagine what they know, reimagine what they value and feel, or how they act. I regret not knowing as much as I didn't know about the world when I was in high school. I'm making an investment now to open that door to youth today, not just for their own development, but so that they will do better than us, so that they'll be better than I will ever be, so that they won't do the same. Thank you.